Hello, I am going to try to show you some differences in the student view in a Google Meet, dependent on the way that you choose to present. You may know that you can present in a Google Meet by presenting a tab, by presenting your entire screen, or by presenting a window. So I'm going to give you a little view of the student view in the different ways that you present, specifically the value of presenting in a window versus sharing your whole screen. So I'm going to switch over to my student dashboard. And I am a student in a Google Meet, but I've started this Google Meet as a teacher. So you're seeing the student view without any other students in it. So I'm just going to switch my camera off temporarily. This is still my student view. And on my teacher end, I'm going to present to my students. And I am presenting my entire screen, which I think is what maybe I was doing at the beginning of Google Meet, but now I'm realizing there's better ways to do it. So I'm going to present my entire screen. And when I share my entire screen, you can see that students can see everything on my desktop. They can see if I get email notifications, they can see all the tabs that I have open. They can see pretty much everything. If I get a pop-up Google message, they can see that pop-up Google message too. However, and also if I share my Ipevo window, you can see I've got a book ready to go in the Ipevo. I can share that. I can make it take up a little bit more of the screen, but there's still all that background behind it. They can still see my tabs. They can see anything that's on my screen, and it just looks a little bit cluttered. So I'm going to stop sharing. We'll move that on down. And I'm stopping presenting. There we go. And we'll take a look at the difference between sharing your entire screen versus sharing a window. So I'm going to go ahead and present again. And this time I'm going to present a window, and I'm going to choose that Ipevo Doc Cam window only. And now right away, you should be able to see from the student side that this is a much cleaner look. You're only seeing the Ipevo window, and I'm just setting up some math manipulatives under it. I've got my dot cam zoomed in a little bit so that the kids will be focused on just what's under your Ipevo screen and not anything behind it. Also, if you're presenting from your Ipevo window and you've been, if you're not presenting from a window and you find yourself repeatedly telling your students to pin you, pin me, pin me, pin me, and you don't know from your end if the kids are pinning your screen or not to make you look bigger on their side. You have no idea. You could take your dot cam and flip it. And if you want to make sure that the kids are focusing just on you, and we're going to zoom that out a little bit because that's frightening, and we'll flip the camera. So maybe you want your students to focus on just you. You've got your Ipevo window, and you could read your book from that Ipevo window using that as your presentation camera so that the kids are focused just on you. Again, if you're looking at it from a student view, so you can see that I'm taking up 2/3 of the student's screen. They do not have to pin me. It's right there, and you're in control. Same thing if you're showing an anchor chart or anything that you might show to present. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of an idea of the difference between presenting your entire screen versus presenting just a window within Google Meet. Thanks for listening.